episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth. Now, in our last episode, we fell to a late draw with Raheem Sterling's late. Well, I mean, I think we should have done better in that game, frankly. We were 2 goals to the good, and we let it slip in the end. Disappointed with the way we conceded those goals, but I just think that sometimes you just will concede those goals. And yes, it does seem to always happen against those sides, but you have to deal with that. And we've basically been doing our best this year to sort of attempt to win the league sort of in spite of those types of results, if that makes sense. So, accepting that sometimes we're going to get crap results against the likes of Manchester City, United, Chelsea, those 3 sides basically. We've accepted that we're going to have bad results against them from time to time. That being said, we did beat City in the league at home, so that was good. Obviously, the defeat at home to United wasn't quite so good, but we got draw at home to Chelsea, away draw at City. It's not awful. From the 4 games we've played, we've taken 5 points, and we've got 2 more to go. And I think if we can take maybe 2 more points from those games, or maybe just win one, I don't know. We've got actually they're both away. We've got Man United and Chelsea away in our last sort of run-in, which is what's making this league incredibly tough for us at the moment. However, we've had an incredible month, and things have just continued. We just picked up where we left off, basically. I don't understand how we do this. Like, they're just weaker sides, it seems. Against Everton, we were at home, and we absolutely spanked them. 36 shots in this match, and I think we probably could have had more goals. If I'm honest, we should have had more goals in this game and deserved the one they did get, although they did get a clear-cut chance, so you can't really knock it. It was a good chance and they put it away, but I think we probably should have done better in front of goal in this one. I think we created 11 clear-cut chances in this one. You notice Mamute scoring here, making it 1-0 Pompey. He's had an incredible month. Talking about hit the ground running, he has basically done that and then some. I can't remember exactly what the stats are, but you'll see them in the end of after I've shown you the games. So yeah, I mean, we took the lead early on through that penalty from Mamute. I've arranged things a little differently now. So he's on corners because he's better at them than Santos is. Santos is still on free kicks, though, because he's got 18 corners and he's been swinging in some beauties. But this is a great little ball through from Ivancic, and Millington was able to dispatch it for goal number 38 of the season. And I think that was number 29 or something in the league. He's just, incredible. Unfortunately, before half-time, Everton did get one back. Apologies, what am I talking about? We made it 3-0 not long after that. Mark Simpson, of course, still starting up front in this system because Popoka not quite fit yet. Mamute out wide, whips in this ball, and it's cleared away. But Everton were just so poor in this one, and as you can see, we really should have got ourselves more goals in this one, but we just weren't quite clinical enough. We could have had at least 6, I feel. Mamute's shot, it deflects, and Millington was on the end of it there to make it 3-0 to Portsmouth and score his 39th goal of the season. I still think he's on to catch up with his record of last season, and he has to win all kinds of trophies. He's been so good this calendar year, particularly. He's just been an absolute phenomenon. And it's fantastic to see. If he's not winning Ballon d'Ors and stuff soon, then I don't know who is. He didn't even make the team of the year, which is still a bit disappointing for me with the amount of goals that he managed to get in such a top league. Millington then again loses out, and this is kind of where I think we might have even been 4-0 up at half-time in this one before Everton got a goal back. I forget. It was earlier in the month. Oh no, apologies, it was this, because it's Blake's ball in and it's just put straight into the net, their first shot of the match, making it 3-1 here. But it doesn't matter, because we were still winning the game comfortably. I felt that we could go on to get more goals, which we did, but just the one, and I was a little bit surprised actually. Mamute swings the corner in, edge of the area here for Mark Simpson, drops it short, Millington strike, and it ends up deflecting in the end, I think, off of Ola after it, to make it 4-1 Portsmouth. And he's actually got 2 goals that are very similar to that this season. Something else that happened in January is Liverpool sold their goalkeeper, the one that they wanted 70-odd million, for when I tried to buy him, to Stoke for 7.5 million. I don't even know how that happened. How did they manage to do that? I couldn't get him for 7.5 million. Even when they were relegated, they wanted 75 million for him. So I don't understand how that's happened, but there you go. 4-1 against Everton at home, which was crucial. Next up, we went to Southampton, and this was probably the toughest game we had this month. But that being said, we were still the better side. We controlled most aspects of this, but I feel that it was a tough one for us. Mamute scored his first goal from open play as well to get this one started for us, which was nice to see. He really has been superb this month. After it does so well there, into Millington. Has a little run, but after it picks it up, after it started this one out on the left in place of Santos, who was just starting to struggle for fitness a little bit. Millington, but Vanos here. It's a lovely pass into Mamute here. Around the corner, Mamute drills it. Well, not even drills, just places that low for goal number 2 of the season for him. And I think, a full season for him could be a solid one. At the moment, I think he's on an assist per game or something, and a goal every other game. And that's incredible. That's sort of not even That's actually probably even better than Santos during that season. He got like 30-odd assists. Then a ball over the top here. Millington's through, ducks inside, and a lovely finish from Big Norm to score number 40 of the season. I mean, I don't know how many goals this lad's got for us now. It must be well over 200 goals that he's managed to score for us in all competitions since his career started now. He's getting sort of, 50-odd a season now. But then Southampton did actually get one back with 8 minutes left, and it gave me a little bit of worry because we had a lot of chances to try and stop them from scoring this, basically. People just needed to put a tackle in. There were so many sort of opportunities, and it just didn't quite work out for us. But eventually we managed to get away with a 2-1 win, and it's those sort of scrappy 2-1 wins, albeit we were the better side probably on the night still, but we weren't as good as we have been. The point is, last year we would have absolutely almost certainly drawn this game, or even possibly lost it. But this one we've done enough already, and that, conceding the goal didn't make so much difference, although we did have to sort of defend a little bit better. So good strike though. Goalkeeper, not really sure what he was doing on that one. Poor. But Antoine Lefebvre was able to get himself in there and make it 2-1. We did manage to hang on though and earn another 3 points. Always crucial. Next up, we were away at Stoke in this FA Cup semi-final. Fifth round, I think it was. And I decided basically to go full strength, but not be too bothered, if we did go out, because as much as I would like to win the FA Cup, we're already in the League Cup final. I'm just wondering congestion at the moment. But the team just played so well. But what I would say is that this game was very, very tight up until sort of a certain point in the second half. This game was very, very even. And then as it was in the league match against Stoke here, we just sort of pulled away. Mamute, brilliant ball in, and Millington scoring his 41st goal of the season. He's not slowed down this month. He doesn't know how to slow down. Made it 1-0 Pompey, but then Stoke really did come back into this one. They were very, very good, and they actually managed to equalise not long after. Well, I say not long after. 7 minutes before half time, they were back in. It's great work from Baz Jansen, going past two players, and a great finish from him. He is generally one of the best young strikers in this league, and if we could afford to buy him, we probably should. But I'm quite happy with Millington, Simpson, and Pipoca at the moment. They're doing a fine job. And then we got a throw, so I thought, okay, our chance to go back in front. But unfortunately, it was not to be the case. And Stoke, I believe, if I remember correctly, actually took the lead in this one. Or did they? No, I'm pretty certain they did. Yeah, no, they did. They took the lead on us, and I thought, well, if we go out, we go out. It's just one of those things that happens, basically. Apologise if you can hear hoovering in the background. We're going to quickly take a little break from this and resume in a second when it has stopped. Right, guys, we are back. And, yeah, 2-1 down to Stoke at half-time. I didn't really change much. In the second half, we just put it on attacking and just decided to see what would happen, basically. And what happened in the end was we just blitzed them in the second half. 4 second-half goals. I really was not expecting it. I thought our chance had kind of gone. I thought we had to try and be solid at the back against Stoke, but look at that for a ball through. Pipoca, the chance very nearly went begging, but it comes back to Santos, and it's 2-2 there, directly after half-time. And from that point onwards, it was all Pompey. Although we were very clinical in front of goal, scoring 5 goals from 6 clear-cut chances, I have to say. I genuinely wasn't expecting it. Just before the hour mark, we managed to get ourselves in front, and we never really looked back from then on. Stoke tried, but I think it was a case of us picking them up on the break. What a pass that was from Ivancic out to Santos. Santos whips the ball across, and Pipoca puts the ball in the back of the net. Santos was the man of the match in this one. I think he got 2 goals and 2 assists in this one, doing what Santos do. And, 15 minutes to go. We were still on attacking, I think, just because it seemed to be working for us. Like, every time Stoke came at us, we got ourselves a highlight, basically. Like, they came at this, the highlights always started with Stoke on the ball, and we ended up breaking on them, so I just left it as it was. Sassy is such a good runner of the ball. Then he eventually drops this back inside, and we work a goal out of it. Vanos here, round the corner for Ivancic, round the corner again for Pipoca, rebounds back out, and there was Santos on the end of it. So in theory, wrapped the game up at 4-2, and I felt no reason to really start going all defensive at this point, and decided to just leave it on that. And then we got our reward for that a few minutes later, as the ball comes back to Santos here. He whips it into the box, and Lucarelli gets himself on the end of it, and lovely old job. That's number 16 of the season for Lucarelli as well. Can't be unnoticed that he hasn't even started that many, and he's scoring goals. He's just so good. And he's now, of course, playing understudy to Mamute, but I don't even care. He's just been phenomenal. Santos got a 9.5 in that one, and Mamute played an 8.6. Still brilliant. Pipoca got a 9 as well, which is also awesome. In our next match, we found ourselves away at Benfica, which is what you're kind of interested in as well, and we managed to do it, and it was thanks to one man. Like, one man saved the day here, and that is the Wizard of Oz. We could not have done it. He was absolutely brilliant. When everyone else kind of just wasn't up for it tonight, they didn't really seem up for it initially, and Van Os just took it upon himself to say, no, we're going to win this. We're going to give ourselves a much better chance in Europe than we did last year. We're not going to have results like we did against Ajax, because we made some horrible errors in the build-up to this one. It just kind of felt like we were always going to lose possession, if you know what I mean. Like, we had the ball, but we could never keep it for that long. It's a good across the box, and Eric Torres got on the end of it 15 minutes in, and it was 1-0 Benfica, and I feared the worst at this point. But it was at that point that Van Os just decided, nope, not having this, we're going to win this game. And he did that. Mamute's ball in, lovely touch from Van Os, and a great strike, but that wasn't the good goal. That was a decent goal with Mamute getting another assist. It was the next one that just said to me, yes, this lad knows what he's doing and he wants us to win this. Free kick here, Santos takes it short, Ivancic knocks it into the channel, Van Os then, bang, top corner from the edge of the area there. And what a goal that was. And it's only his 8th goal of the season, but my goodness, what a strike that was. We managed to hang on for the rest of the match and make it a 2-1 victory to take back to Fratton Park, which is good because, you know, I feel we're capable of beating them at home, or at least not losing. So I think that could be us into the quarterfinals, which is good, without being too presumptuous. In our final game of the month, we were at home to Burnley. And we just, again went with 2 up top. Pipoca's fit again. Let's use him, basically. And this, for me, was Mamute's best game for us yet. I think he got 2 in this one, just to be... I mean, we were absolutely spanking Burnley at times. Towards the end of this match, it was just a stop hitting yourself stuff, yet again. At home, we've been absolutely wonderful. Apart from that one match against Man United, where it all just went wrong, as it does against Man United, which is kind of what I'm expecting to happen in today's Cup final, unfortunately. I have this horrible feeling that, despite the fact that they're in a look at that for a strike from Gabby Adini, he's still the second best scorer in the league, I think, at the moment. So, to see him score that, Burnley went in front, I was worried. I was very worried. It needn't have been, really, because we were back in form, straight back level on 35 minutes. It deflects in the end off of Ola after, and I was a little bit worried, but once we got level, I felt that there was only one way that this match was going to go, and that is exactly what happened in the end. Sorry guys, once again, I'll be back in a minute. Hello again guys, once again we're back, sorry about that. And yeah, so 2-1 up, Norman Millington putting it in the back of the net for his 42nd of the season. Mamute taking the assist on that one as well. 2-1 up at half-time, comfortable stuff. And in the second half, Burnley tried to throw everything at us, but in the end what ended up happening was we just caught them over and over again. We could have had 7 or 8 in this one, but we didn't need to. Pipoca made it 3-1, and that was icing on the cake time. And of course, we then went from strength to strength. 16 goals in the league, not in the league, 16 goals this season for Pipoca is a very good return. I think if he could get 20, I'd be pleased. Mamute then wrapped things up with a late penalty to complete a wonderful performance from himself and the rest of the team. So a 4-1 win against Burnley, who are a good side, remember. And we just completely they just demolished them, and that's what I want to see more of. And that brings us to today, and it brings us to today. But I'll just show you how the league's looking, and the league's looking very, very tasty. We are top still, 72 points, 23 wins out of 27 is an unbelievable amount. There's still 11 games left this year, so that means there's another 33 points, conceivably, which we obviously won't. We could finish with over 100 points in the league this year, which we obviously won't do, because we are going to drop points eventually. But what I really like, and I think the reason that we're doing so well, is because we're not drawing games. We've had 3 draws all season, and only one of those was against the side outside of the top 4, and that was the draw we had against Everton. That's the only dropped points against sides that aren't in the top 4. You know, we drew away at Chelsea, drew at home to Chelsea, drew at home to City, that's 2 of the draws, lost at home to Man United, and drew with Everton. The only points we've dropped all season that weren't against one of those 3 sides was against Everton. So that's, to me, is the reason we're doing so well. Plus, 82 goals scored is an amazing amount. And, in fact, Chelsea are conceding more now. But you'll notice that, you know, we are 4 points clear, of course, but we now have 2 games in hand on Chelsea, because Chelsea lost at Spurs, and they drew 3-3 with Nottingham Forest. And that's given us a huge chance, because if we can win both games in hand, which will be tough, because we've got one midweek, which is against West Ham away, although they're not doing too well. As you can see, Hull City still haven't won a match after 28 games, which is crazy. If we can win those games, we'll go 10 points clear with 9 games to go. And if we can do that, I genuinely will feel comfortable in saying that I think if we can win those 2 games and be level, go 10 points clear at some stage here, then I think we will win the Premier League for the first time ever. And hopefully that won't be our first piece of silverware, because we do, of course, have the League Cup final today. So that's important too. You'll notice that Millington's still top of the league in goal scoring with 32 in 27. It's going to take a lot for him to catch up with Robson, who's got the most ever with 42 in the league. But if he was to do it, I mean, this is the season he could do it. If he's going to do it this year, basically. Let's take a little look at the stats. Top goal scorer, Millington, with 42 in 41 matches. So we play around about 50-something games. So in theory, he could probably be on for about 55 goals, maybe. Who knows? Pipoca and Lucarelli in behind there with 16 apiece. Simpson and Van Os with 8. Ivancic with 7. And Santos with 6. Now, as for assists, Lucarelli with 14. Santos with 14. Pipoca with 13. Van Os with 12. You notice that Chris Slade out on loan is having a lovely time. Like, a great time. Let's just quickly take a little look at where at Birmingham City. 6 goals, 12 assists, and 3 Player of the Match awards. I think he's doing okay. Millington has 11. After what you'd like to see here is Mamute. 6 games, 3 goals, 6 assists, and 3 man of the match awards already. I couldn't ask for a better performance out of him. Most player of the matches is Norman Millington with 12. He could even maybe rival Santos' record if he carries on like that. Yellow cards, Robert Gray with 10. Red cards, Gray, Vanos, and obviously Slade was on loan. Average rating though, Mamute, 8.78 average rating over those games that he's played for us so far. Oh, you see now why I wanted this guy. Genuinely, you must be able to understand now why I was so desperate to get this guy in. Aerial challenges 105 for Lopez Sousa. Key passes, of course, is Gerald Vanos with 123, but you'll notice Mamute has already played 40 key passes in just 6 matches. So it stands to reason, if he played 12 games, he'd already have 120 key passes. He looks like he could be... If anything, he's almost taking things away from Santos at times, but he still isn't really, because they're still just being generally brilliant together anyway. Key tackles, Robert Gray has 40. Interceptions-wise, Robert Gray has 400. And as for value, Mamute there with 45 million in value. So he's already worth 12 million more than we've paid for him, and I think he's sort of like £100 million type of player. There's no release clause, so no one's going to come in and bugger us on him. And that means that there's only one thing left to do, and that, guys, is to get into the cup final here. What system are Man United playing? Right, they're playing that system. The question is, do we just go for it with the system that's been working well for us? And I know this could be a strange one, but the fact is we've lost our 2 previous cup finals, maybe by being too conservative when we played them. Maybe we should go with what's working for us at this time and just say, bugger it, you know? Just play 2 up top, you know, use a bit more common sense. I mean, maybe being too conservative is what's cost us in these cup finals in the past. Like, you get there playing really good attacking football, when you get to the final you just bottle it, and maybe that's not what we need. Maybe we do need to try something different, so maybe we should go with this, and it allows us to use all of our best players basically in their best positions. So, you know, Millington, Pipoca, Vanos, Afret, Sassi, Mamute, Santos, Lopez Sousa, Gray, and Verstraeten. And then with people like Ivancic, Lucarelli, Tercio, Kaya, Gomez, and Simpson on the bench, it's a strong lineup, and I feel confident that with this lineup we're going to do it. I might live to regret it, I might, but I don't feel that even if we played the other system it would make much difference, because that type of tactic of theirs, it either works or it doesn't, and I'd like to make sure that we've got an attacking threat this time around, you know. That's the overall plan. We're a long way behind us in the league, sort of 15-16 points, plus we've got games in hand on them, but that doesn't mean they won't win. Just because we've been the better team pretty much all season doesn't mean we're going to win the cup final. I really, really want to win that first piece of silverware and just get that monkey off our back, so that we can really concentrate on the more important trophies that we've got to come this year. You know, we're still in the FA Cup, still in charge of the Premier League, and still in the Champions League. You know, we could conceivably still do the quadruple. Wouldn't that be something? You know, bugger up all these cups over the years and then one season win everything and just wrap everything up in one long season. And we kind of need to do that soon, because I'm starting to worry about wages now, because FFP could come into play a little bit more on us now, because we can't put the wages up by that much each year, and players keep requesting new contracts. And, you know, we got a lot of these players while they're young, but now they're starting to want like 100 grand a week and then some. So it's starting to get a little bit dangerous for us, despite making 150 million in profit this year, apparently. I don't know why that money isn't being ploughed into us, but I think it's probably because of that sodding new stadium. Right, let's do this. Like, no Basto to start with, but they do have Sanabria. Pimenta, I don't know who that is. Serrano. They've made a few changes. It's definitely a different looking team to the one we sort of played a couple of earlier in the season, I have to say. We can only do our best. Like, we don't really have... I mean, we've got some options to change things. Actually, we've got Tercio on the bench. We could change to the other tactic, I guess, if we wanted to, but it would require quite a lot of shifting around. But if it doesn't work too well, we may have to. But I just feel we've got to go for it. Let's do this, guys. Cup final, Manchester United. We've been better than them. Well, overall this season we've been better, but they have beaten us in the only game that we've played against each other, and that is my fear. Mamute out wide. Verstraeten. Back to Mamute. Whips the ball in. It's Millington. Oh, what a stop on the line there. Big chance for Pompey to take the lead within 6 minutes. I don't think we've ever taken the lead in a cup final either, and that's crucial, I think. Just getting in front, because then you've actually got something to defend. We've always been chasing games in these cup finals. Mamute out wide again. Can he whip it across? You know he's got a cross on him. Headed away again. After it, Vanos, will he have a shot? Pipoca, will he have a shot? Oh, he's offside. We've started strongly. We look like we're swarming around them like bees, and or as Mick would say, horny bees. Sassy. He's going to have a little run here. Can he knock it through the shot? Pipoca! Good save. Mamute on the rebound. Santos! Oh my God, it's over the line. There we go. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a little bit into this now. Millington. Manchester United 0. Pompey 1. King Norman Millington. We had so many chances. I can't believe that one didn't go in. I can't believe that one didn't go in. Great goalkeeping from De Gea, but Millington eventually puts it over the line. It is Manchester United 0, Portsmouth 1. And we're playing some good stuff in the opening stages of this game. We've looked on top of this game completely. Let's not fuck this up. Go on, get to that ball first. All right, clear it. Fine. Ooh. United look a little bit on the ropes. We've finally taken the lead in the cup final. I'm not about to sit back on it, though. We are on control already, so we're not over-committing. That's the idea of this system, basically, is to avoid over-committing and still have support at the back. Mamute is having a little run here. Ball across Millington, 2-0. It's 2-0 Pompey in the cup final. Manchester United 0, Portsmouth 2, Norman Millington. And I think our little more attacking approach is doing the trick here. Mamute with a great ball in again here. He just runs at people, ball in, and Millington on the end of it. 2 goals for him, 2 goals for Portsmouth. Only 10 minutes gone, though. This could all still go tits up. We're not controlling possession. It's still levels pegging on possession at the moment. We're having a lot more shots, a lot more chances, but it only takes that one moment. They are starting to come back into it now. I'm just curious to see. We were trying to get to half-time at 2-0. If that's possible, then we'll go from there. Vanos, after that. Sassy, we need to get a bit more space for the ball. Millington comes inside here. Can he score? Pipoca! Oh, what a save. Mamute, what are you doing there? But it doesn't matter because it's 3-0 Portsmouth. Mamute, so unselfish, and that's more like it. You know when I was complaining before about players that constantly shoot when they should be crossing? Mamute doesn't do that. He, as you've seen twice today already, he has... Look, he's crossed that instead of shooting, and Santos will take the plaudits for this one. That's 3-0 Pompey in the first half here. Let's do this. Let's just stick with what we're doing. Get to half-time at 3-0, and we can't surely screw it up from there. I know we've conceded goals before, but we've had 5 clear-cut chances in that first half and put 2 of them in the back of the net. Mamute with an assist, Santos with a goal and an assist, and Millington with 2 goals. Basically, everyone that could have scored and done well for us today in this first half, and should have, has done. Vanos and Pipoca fine, but we haven't needed them in this first half. Right, what do? We're going to change a few of this around, firstly. What do we change? They've gone for 2 up top now. In fact, if anything, they've gone 2 up top, so that's actually going to play into our hands even more. This tactic works against 2 up top. I am, however... No, for now, I'm just going to stick with this. 65 minutes, we might go defensive, just in case, and then start wasting some time, just to make sure we get over the line. Millington's through already here. Millington, good save. Oh, nearly on the rebound there, literally from the kickoff. Very nearly made that 4-0. Imagine if we embarrassed them in the cup final. That would show how far we've come. And it'd be nice to just win a live com again. It's been a while. Santos with the ball in there. Vanos, we're looking so on top of this game now. Vanos ninking inside. Pipoca on the ball, and that's surely offside, though. But we're making such a good effort here, doing everything we can. 3-0 up should be game over, but you know what this game can do. We were 2-0 up against Manchester City, but admittedly, they were involved in that game. We've been completely all over Man United at this one. 5 clear-cut chances to nothing. They've had 1 half chance, and that is it. They are getting a little bit more possession, though. So with that in mind, should we maybe switch to a counter-attacking approach, or is that not really wise for this system? The longer we can go without conceding that first goal, the better, I feel. There we go. Oh, Basto is on, though, so... just make sure if there's any more changes to make to that. No, okay. So, do we just change things up a little bit? 35 minutes. I'm going to go counter. Because they are starting to get a little bit more of the ball now. Without me making any changes. The tactic they've changed to is obviously enabling them to get more of the ball. So with that in mind, we need to be able to break on it when we do get it. And we've got players that are fast enough to make that happen. So I think that's a wise move. Santos to Vanos. Sassy, has he got to look for someone in the channel? Will he go himself? Sassy with the strike, and it's a good save from De Gea. Another good chance for Pompey there. We make it 4, and it is game over. We make this 4, and we have won the Capital One Cup. Pipoca, Millington. Pipoca on the rebound. Blocked across the line and cleared. Pompey are still looking on top here. Despite playing counter-attacking football, we are still looking like the better side. Substitutions are ready to come on, but I'm going to wait till the 70th minute to make them, just in case we have to make some drastic subs because of injuries or something. We're still looking vastly the better side in this one, though, I have to say. Surrendering a little bit more possession, but not that much. Right, who can we bring on? Vanos has not had the best game, so Tercio is my go-to guy here. And I have to say Pipoca's not been great either. So my first 2 subs, which is going to be a double here, is going to be Vanos off and Pipoca off, on come Tercio and Simpson. That should get us over the line. Last 20 minutes, we surely can't concede 3 goals here. But, I'm still horribly thinking like we might. It's such a shame, but I do feel like that just because of so much things that have happened in the past. Right, that's it, good play. Well done. Sassy brings that down rather than heading it. Oh, that's poor. Oh, well done, Sassy getting that back there. Simpson, can he knock it through for Millington? Millington's onside here, and he's blazed it over the bar. Another good chance for Portsmouth goes begging. We've had 6 clear-cut chances in this game, and usually I'd be complaining that we'd only nicked 3 of them in, but the fact is we've been so solid at the back that I really don't care at this moment. I'm going to bring in Ivancic as the ball-winning midfielder as our last sub, because he plays that role so well, and that is basically what he does. So, 11 minutes. Can we win the cup Can we win the Capital One Cup? The first piece of silverware of the save. 6 minutes to go. It's headed away. Galeo, Depay. Well blocked. What about that for defending? Jedvaj. Ball in, and Højbjerg. Oh no, it's Basto. 3-1. Okay, fair enough. Good opportunity, but we've still been the better side, and we deserve to win the game no matter what anyway. So 6 minutes to go. I might just put this on defensive now and just waste some time because we don't want to... Whoa, what a great strike from Basto. Like, if that was... Oh, come on now. No. No. Sorry, no. Not having this crap again. We're 3-0 up, we've dominated this match. Don't you dare let them come back. Oh, it looks like we're actually going to catch them out. Millington, can he whip this in for Simpson? Anyone in the box here? Millington pulls it back. Ivančić with the flick on, and nobody's there, but luckily nobody's there for United either. 4 minutes to go, 3-1 to the good. We're going to waste some time now. Mamute, Verstraeten, long ball downfield to not really anyone, but Tercio picks it up. Uh-oh. Ball through for Sanabria. What are you doing? Right, there we go. Good stuff. Cleared. Uh-oh. Why are we not further back? It's Basto. Oh, fuck me. Oh, we can't go... we haven't got a defensive style of this tactic, do we? Right. Defend and waste time for the last 4 minutes of this match. Just do it, guys. Come on. I think we've done it. We deserve it, based on the way we've played in this game. We've been the better side. We scored 3 goals. Yeah, okay, I think they've come back at us in the second half, but they were always going to do that. There we go. We are champions. Oh, that feels like a massive monkey off my back. We've done it. We've finally won a trophy. It's only the Capital One Cup, but it is a start. First ever trophy in the save. That's great. I'm really, really stoked. Pardon the pun. I mean, of course, we've got Man United in the FA Cup quarter-finals at home, and I feel like we're capable of beating them based on this performance. You know, why the hell not? Let's go for it and see if we can beat them. We kind of went out on a little bit less cautious approach, and we've won the Capital One Cup. That is just jubilant. Let's go check out the newsfeed and see if there's anything specific there. Lift the Capital One Cup, and there we go. So yeah, 4 years of Chelsea win it, a Stoke City year, and now Pompey win the Capital One Cup. I think that's the first time in our history. So brilliant there. 105,000, don't really care about that. It's not really much money, but the board are pleased despite the fact they do not care. That's annoying. We qualify for the Europa League apparently as a result of winning that, so that's useful. Damn right. Right, guys, so in the next episode, I'm trying to think. Basically, I'm not going to do the Benfica home tie in the next episode, purely because there's only 2 games in between. What we're going to do in the next episode is going to be a double live com, providing we go through, and I feel like we will do. Like, we won 2-1 away from home, and in Europe, we are solid as a rock at home, generally. So I feel like we should be able to win the home leg of that, and it's going to be, basically, a double-header episode, which will feature a double live com of whoever we will be playing, hopefully in the quarterfinals. Obviously with the draw at the start of that as well, so you'll see that. And you never know, we might be in the FA Cup semis at this point as well, if things go to plan for us. We could just be on for just the perfect season, and what a wonderful win that was. Hopefully that'll bite up. That will give us some confidence going into those games that we've got against the likes of Chelsea. But look at that run-in. Man United away, Liverpool at home, Chelsea away, Stoke at home. That is a tough run. We need to win, basically. We need to win away at West Ham, ideally, but we need to win at home to Oldham. We need to win away at Brighton and Leicester. We need to win at home to Stoke and Norwich, Hull and Norwich. Those games all need to be wins. We need to basically have the title sewn up by that point, just to make sure. But it's going to be incredibly tough. I don't know how much longer we can keep this winning run going in the league, because we are going to get injuries at some point. You'd have to feel we've been pretty lucky for the most part with injuries, and we've had the squad depth, I think, that's made the difference. But hey, we march on, guys, and that is all I will say. We are marching on. So, if you guys like what you've seen, drop a like on this video for us finally winning our first trophy at episode 137 into this series. God damn it. Yeah, and if you'd like to even more than that, and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star Belgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for a double-header live com in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.